Damn, guys. I might look mad short today because my shirt's extra big. It's fashion shit, though.
That hat is fly, though. You kill him with, what is that? A chief or a lieutenant?
Oh, no.
hat?
It's like a captain hat,
Captain?
a monkey pin. That's just fresh. Today, we got somebody special in the building, man. We got Bboy Kareem.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's up, Kareem?
Chilling, dude. Chilling, man.
Oh, man, I'm fucking excited to have you here, bro.
Yeah, it's finally, you've been here for a minute. I've been waiting.
Yeah, I know.
I think we tried to hook up before, maybe like a year ago, and it just didn't work out.
Kareem, damn, you just won freestyle session.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, shit. But I'm going to start from the beginning.
Okay.
All right. What is your first breaking memory?
First breaking memory is, battling the Rock Force for sure.
Battling with Rock Force?
No, battling into Rock Force.
Battling into Rock Force. Is that the first time you seen breaking?
That's not the first time. The first B-boy I ever saw was B-boy Ajax from Sacramento.
Okay.
That was the first time. But just memory in general, but yeah, that battling in Rock Force comes to mind right away. But no, I seen Ajax. I think I was like 8 or 9. He was friends with my brother, and you know, obviously in the neighborhood, the kids were breaking. I just saw him doing flare 90, swipe, and tripped me out. And I asked him to teach me, but he wouldn't teach me. So, yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
And so you got battled into Rock Force, and that's the first vivid memory.
Yeah, just because that changed my whole like perspective on breaking, you know.
Like, how did you start breaking? Did you see Ajax and then realize what breaking was, or you knew what it was prior?
I knew what it was prior just by cousins breaking, but I never braked, you know. And then I seen Ajax, and the way he break was totally different. Like he was super dynamic, and you know, Ajax had long legs, like it's just flares look crazy, you know. So I saw breaking then with him. Obviously, I was the little brother, so they wouldn't like really teach me a lot, you know. They wouldn't want to kick it with me, you know what I mean? But then later on, I found a breaking crew. Kids in my neighborhood that were breaking too, and they just taught me how to break.
Dope.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 98, so I had to be 11, 12.
Okay, how old are you now?
35.
You're 35.
Yeah.
So you're 10, 11, 12?
Yeah, around there.
And then you started realizing what breaking was, and you tried it?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember what you were trying? Or?
Yeah, headspins, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Headspins. That was like my first move, yo.
Was that the move you wanted to get? I'm like, oh, that's it. Breaking, headspins.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, that was my first move ever, and I got that move pretty fast, actually. Yeah,
Fresh. Were you one of the first ones to have headspins, or everybody around you already had headspins?
Nah, there was crews like at the time I didn't know their names. I didn't really know them, but I remember seeing like Chaos Crew, FIFA Army, who else? There was a couple other crews from Sacramento that they were crazy. They had a b-boy named Mookie. Crazy,
Ooh.
bro. He was in Renegades.
And where did you grow up? Just for those that don't know.
I was born in Richmond, California, which
Okay.
is in the San Francisco area, Bay Area. But then I was raised in Sacramento. I didn't move to Sac until I was like, I think 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around the time you started breaking, you were in a new city.
Yep.
New friends. Did you start breaking with a crew? Who you dancing with?
Yeah, I was dancing with a Devious Crew.
Okay.
There was just like, friends, like organically a real crew, you know. But they kind of like, they were older because I was the youngest one in the crew. They were like in their teens, and life moved on, and they kind of like quit breaking. I had girlfriends, and just I was the only one left, you know what I mean? And so that's when I got in Rock Force. It was like perfect timing.
How long were you breaking with them before you got into Rock Force?
2 years, I think.
Okay, so you were like, what, 14, 15?
14, yeah.
Who were like Rock Force OGs that you were looking up to or that were putting you on?
So Gerald was the main one, right? Gerald initiated everything. I actually met Gerald after he got shot. I met him in the hospital, and after he got out the hospital, that's when me and him got close. And then somehow, well, actually, what happened was Wicked and politics specifically was trying to recruit me into Renegades, and since I was close with Gerald knew that. So once Gerald heard that, then I don't know the full story, but I know once I was planning on getting Renegades, that's when I got a call from Polsky, and then I started building with them, and then I kind of went to Rock Force, you know. So, but Polsky and Gerald were my main ones.
Was Rock Force and Renegades, were they going head to head at all these jams where they had something going on, or were they just?
Yeah, no, Rock Force and Renegades, they've been have like history, you know, because obviously Renegades they've been around since the 80s. Rockfort's been around since the 80s. So they've always been, and the Bay Area is small, so they always been battling, but just different approaches. But yeah, they've been going at it for a long. We've been going at it for a long time, dude. Yeah, a long time with those guys.
Fresh.
Yeah.
So you got down with Rock Force, and you were 14, 15?
14 exactly. Yep. I remember.
Do you remember the first event you went to?
With the Rock Force or just in general?
Just in general.
First event was an event thrown by North Star Zulu Nation in Sacramento. I forgot the name of it, but that was my first. Because North Star Zulu Nation, they throw a lot of jams in Sacramento. Like without them, they have definitely cultivated the community in Sacramento for sure.
Dope. What was your first battle?
First battle
that you recall, maybe in Rock Force, that you felt like, oh, this is official, this is a Rock Force crew battle or solo battle?
The first battle I can remember is that I like have vivid memories of is Mighty 4. The one I did, it was a 1-on-1. It was my first time winning like a competition and a 1-on-1. And it was like at the time it was big names in it, so it was like for me it was huge, being 14 winning that. It was like Poison, Roland, I think Natron, Mikey from E-Rock. There were some names. I think Rockstar did it too. There were some names in it. There were some names in it. Yeah. When you
got down with Rock Force, were you the youngest member at the time, or did you have?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was the youngest one.
Okay, yeah. And did you have any requirements to meet, or there you were like, yo, before Renegades gets you, we're gonna get you on the crew?
No. There were definitely requirements. It took like a year process, or no, like a year, like maybe like 6 months or so, where I had to go to, I had to take the train from Sacramento to Union City, where Polsky's from, once a week to go train with him, Bionic Man, Johnny. But I had to learn, like, I was a power mover, right? Being young, you just fly, you want to fly. So I didn't know nothing about like fundamentals. So they pretty much had to cram fundamentals like in my vocabulary in 6 months to prepare to battle in the Rock Force. So Polsky, he did a good job. He made we call it the foundation tape, which is like our dictionary, not dictionary, but like our dictionary of like breaking. So you see like Ken Swift, or you see like Emilio, or you see like Kareem Baruch. It's like a 6-hour long tape that I had to watch every weekend or every damn day almost, to learn their style, learn about breaking. So it was pretty interesting.
What?
Yeah. Like couldn't get in. I couldn't get in if I didn't know like a baby swipe or a 3-step or
That's fresh. And how did they put you down? Did you have to battle the crew, or did you have to battle somebody else?
No, I had to battle the whole crew. It went I think 29 rounds or something. And I was battling Iron Monkey, Reveal, Vietnam, Maya, Jeff, Bionic Man, Gerald. Yeah, it was pretty hard. Yeah, it was pretty hard for sure, yeah.
What's Jeff up to nowadays, do you know?
Honestly, I don't know, bro. I haven't talked to that guy in at least a decade. Last time I heard, he was in L.A. Doing a show. It was like, I forgot the name. It was like Head to Head. I remember it was talking about Head to Head. I forgot the name of it.
360?
360. I remember him doing that one.
Dope, man.
Yeah, but I don't know what's he up to now.
Fresh. Jeff's dope. Vietnam brought him out to Hollywood, and then they ended up doing shows with us for like a few summers.
Yeah.
I got close to that guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff. I don't know if you're ever going to watch it. And Bionic Man, too, man.
And Bionic Man.
You're standing over here with the name drops, bro. Like, this is how you start your breaking career, with OGs like this. Vietnam, Maya. Like,
yeah.
That's
Maya.
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Did you have anybody in the crew that you were close to, that you were doing 2-on-2s, or was it just you being the youngest cat being thrown out?
When I was in Rock Force?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So I spent a majority of my time with, obviously, Polsky and Iron Monkey and Gerald. Those are the 3 people that I spent the most time with. But battle-wise, it was mostly Iron Monkey because he was the most active. So a lot of my stuff, a lot of my gimmicks and my battle tactics comes from Iron Monkey, for sure. Like, I definitely took his whole like approach on like laughing at people and doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's fresh, man.
Yeah.
That's fresh. So all right, so you're down with Rock Force. You're like 15, 16. You're out here killing shit. When was it, or what battle was it that people were like, oh shit, we got Kareem in the building? What was it that was like, okay, this is it?
Honestly, that took a while, I think, because the first battle when I was 14, I went to Korea.
You went to Korea at 14?
Yeah, so I battled in the Rock Force, and then Yeah, they gave me, since I battled in and I got in, they gave me a trip with Iron. It was me, Iron Monkey, and Reveal, which is crazy because that trip actually John Jay and Charlie, which is like they're like the guys that did R16, right? They did, I think it was called Bboy Masters something. I think it was called like Bboy Masters. But the list of like legendary people that were invited was like crazy. I don't even know why Rockforce picked me. They like should not have picked me. It was like, man, Cujo, Mega Man, Charles, Poe, Orb, Eric. Yeah, the list is crazy. Spartanic Japan, like the list is crazy, bro. And they picked a young ass kid to go, you know. But we end up losing. We end up losing in the finals, but I think we lost because of me. I had a bad wrist injury that I couldn't really do much. But yeah, that year I didn't really do good, dude. I didn't do good at all. But I would say maybe freestyle session 8 on the blue floor. That's when I realized like, oh shit, people actually know who I am, you know? Because I went to Korea, nobody knew who I was. I went to France, nobody knew who I was. And I kind of just did my thing, you know? And luckily, people started knowing who I was, you know what I mean?
So you feel like you didn't get your name popping until freestyle session 8 on the boat?
Yeah. No, which one was the blue floor at it was at the hotel downtown. It was down there close to Skid Row.
Alexandria.
That one.
The Alexandria. There was a bunch of them there, though.
But the blue floor, they did the main. I think it was the one where Style and Renegades teamed up together. They were with Stilo, and they won that year.
Okay.
That's the year that I knew, like, oh, these people. I walked in the door and fools knew who I was. You know, that was pretty cool.
Was it always easy for you to do all your power, or did you always have the strength, or what was it about? Like when I see you do flares, or back in the days, your air chairs to elbow air flare, you were just doing shit that to most people was difficult. What did that come easy to you?
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, it definitely came easy. Well, the thing is, there's an evolution, right, of breaking people. Maybe people don't really realize, but like when you have people like, you know, Soul Control, Renegades, Rock Force, LA Breakers, like they set a standard. So their standard becomes our normal, right? Like, so you see Fresh or Freeze do a critical, right? Like back in like 92, that's crazy, right? But when you get to it in 2000s, when you learn it, it comes it's a normal move. So learning elbow air flares, you know Inferno from Soul Control? Yeah. So I shout him out for being the first person to do elbow air flares, right? So when I seen him, think they battled Abstract Flavors at Radiotron, Soul Control versus Abstract Flavor. He does it in the battle. And I tripped out. I didn't know what the move was. So I kind of just copied his steez and learned the move. And the move elbow air flip became kind of super easy for me because it was just a standard. Like you see it, and you're like, oh, well, if I could do 1, what about 2? And if I could do 2, you know.
So Inferno did he do it continuous or it was just the 1?
No, it was just the 1. Then Ruin was doing it too. I seen Ruin do it. But Inferno was the first one I seen really do it. Iron Monkey was actually the first person I seen do air flare. He did air flare windmill on Cujo, I believe, at that battle Abstract Flavors. But yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of history, and it's like you were born into it in a sense.
Yeah, it's kind of honestly, I don't even know, dude. I've been around some of the best b-boys, I feel like, and they've helped me so much. But I feel like I'm a breaking historian, so I like to learn about like history of moves, right? Like, yeah, because it's like if you don't know the history of the move, like, and the person who created it, you don't really know like the real approach of the move, you know? Like, it might sound crazy, but yeah, I want to learn. I want to know who created that move to know their approach and what they thought about when they created it. Because, like, think about it. Like, we've been breaking 2 decades. Like, do we really know who created, like, a baby swipe? I mean, are we really doing it the right way?
Yeah. Or is it even a right way?
Exactly. So it's like that those kind of questions I ask myself. So I'm always trying to learn about different things, you know?
Yeah. Dope. Do you think it's important for a crew to have a youngster in their squad, kind of like how they brought you out to Korea, and now with Rock Force, now you guys have young guys coming in?
Yeah, so it was actually kind of like my idea. Think about this, you know, Reveal in 2000, Reveal was the guy. Like, who was beating Reveal in 2000? Obviously, you know, K, Ball, and Reveal would be legendary. Iron Monkey, Tails, you got Bebe, you got like list, Dizzy, Juice, Twix. You got a list of people that are high level, right? But then they throw in a 14-year-old kid into a crew with Iron Monkey, Reveal in Vietnam. Like, it kind of didn't make any sense, you know? So it was a lot of pressure on me. Luckily, they were super cool about it, and they were okay with battling with me. But I remember the way I felt at the time. And I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here, you know, because I don't. Yeah, I'm super young. So my idea was to now when I get like you know recruiting Ives, I'm like, well, I'm not just gonna get you. Like, if we can get somebody organically too, let's get them. But I'm not gonna force it. But I want you to be around your peers. Like, I'm his elder. You know what I'm saying? I'm his mentor. So for me, it's a different relationship that he's gonna have with Germs or with Bowsy or with Tahu. So it was my idea to like, yeah, if we're gonna recruit, let's recruit a good amount of people so everybody's comfortable. And we just build a brotherhood, you know. So it made sense to me because being the youngest one I was the youngest one since I recruited Ives, and that was what 2014.
Yeah.
I was the youngest one in Rockforce.
Oh, he's been in Rockforce since then.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. I didn't realize that. I thought maybe 3 years.
2015.
Top.
2015.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, because you guys are one of the few crews that are still like legendary status that got the timeline behind them, but are still currently active with the young cats.
Yeah.
So that's I see a lot of crews that can't hold their longevity like that. So I was maybe wondering, is there a type of process that you go through? Is this by intention, by design?
Well, no, I don't. Originally, it wasn't about design, but you know, Gerald passing away, it gave me a bigger purpose to continue to dance, right? Because like Gerald was my world, right? Like when I train, like Gerald's my world. So just imagine, you know, your world just passes away. Like breaking's not the same, you know what I mean? But what I realized with Gerald passing away was like carry the tradition, you know, and leave a legacy for everybody else and pay it forward. Because the crazy part is, like, if Gerald would not have called me that day, my career I wouldn't be here today, you know. So for me, I'm like, well, let's keep paying it forward, like. So I make sure that, you know, if I see somebody or if we organically build and we're just cool, then why not, you know? But now it became kind of organically where it just built kind of like by itself, kind of, you know, kind of like, yeah.
When you got a name like that, it's almost like you attract the best already.
I would say, I mean, yeah, you do attract people, but it still has to be. They have to be good people. Like right. Because I've been in super crews where we didn't even like each other, you know, or not that we didn't like each other, but we definitely had conflicts, you know. Right. But with this crew, since it's like really my heart, yeah, we gotta have fun first, dude. Like if we have fun first, like everything is extra, you know what I'm saying? Right. So like winning freestyle session, I personally, it's cool to win it, you know, like, but I just appreciate the journey with my guys, that like to be able to see Ives and Germs and Bowsy actually win it is kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy to see that happen. Like when I saw the footage, I was like, oh shit, Bowsy. That's even just to say it is like Bowsy. Like I met Bowsy years ago in Arizona or somewhere out there, and I remember him being dope. He used to be down with Freak Show maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
And since then, I seen him just keep battling and develop himself, and it's like to see him actually win freestyle session, because to me freestyle session is like dope. It's like,
yeah, it's the pinnacle, right?
You know, it's like
it's high.
It's dope to see him in that light.
Yeah, the crazy part with Bowsy is like, dude, it was just a trip because we've always been cool with the kid. He's always been a nice kid, you know. But there was just one trip I took to Denver. I went to go judge, and we were just building, and I wasn't even trying to recruit him in the crew, but just the whole weekend we were building. Like, it was super cool, and we just connected right away. And then he kind of asked to get down. I'm like, it's not. Yeah, I might be one of the presidents, but I can't really just say yes. You know, you got to build with the new guys, like we were talking about. And he built with them, and everybody said yes. And I'm like, and he hasn't even been down a year yet, and he already won freestyle session. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see him. It's more cool to see him do that than for me to do it, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, no, it does. Because I mean, not to downplay, but you winning it is like, oh, that's Kareem. That's like, duh. But like Bowsy's like, oh shit.
Dude, and because he's a killer, bro. He's been a killer for a long time. I just feel like
Ives too, though. Ives too. Like, I love Ives.
Yeah.
When I first seen him, he came out to one of my events out here. I used to throw Breakbeat Cowboys in the Vegas.
Yeah.
And the first time I seen him, I was just in love, man. Yeah. I was like, yo, this kid's fucking nasty.
Yeah. Ives, Germs, like those. For me and Morris, we're like the older guys, right? Like, we're like the vets, I guess, of the team. But to see those three, especially Germs, because a lot of people don't know Germs. If you rewatch the battle and you watch it, like for me, Germs is just like he set the tone for all of us. And yeah, and he organically doesn't want to be in the limelight. He doesn't care about it. But he actually can compete with the best in the world. He just loves breaking, and then that's for me. That's what attracts me to him the most. You know,
fresh.
Yeah.
Where does Monster come into play?
Monster.
Yeah.
They endorse me. They sponsor me.
Okay. When they like, how did your relationship with them start? Did they scout you out? How did that happen?
Honestly, man, I this is crazy. It's it's luckily thanks to Silverback. You know, the Silverback event, because they were throwing a lot of events. But most definitely thanks to Moy, because without Moy's the one that brought my name up to Monster. So Moy spearheaded that whole thing for me, dude. And yeah, dude, it's a blessing, bro. Like, it's a dream, dude.
Yeah, that's a dream.
It's a dream, bro.
Because I'm pretty sure they pay you guys.
Oh yeah,
So to be paid to do what you love is next level shit. That's just unheard of.
I mean, it's only things you can really like actually dream of to actually, you know, have an endorsement, and then have a company like that actually be like, you know what, we want you to represent us. It's like, for me, I take full pride in it. Like, I know some people in the community don't really like the energy drinks. But I mean, if you drink coffee, you drink soda. I mean, for me, I genuinely like Monster. I've been liking Monster.
So you actually drink Monster?
I drink Monster. Like, I drink it. I don't drink it on a daily, but like, I would drink it if I wasn't endorsed, though, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Monster's, dude, it's so cool, bro.
So dope.
It's so cool, bro.
So dope.
Think about being sponsored by people like the same sponsor as Nigel Houston or like Daniel Cormier. Is pretty nuts to me, bro. That's pretty. And for breaking, it's kind of cool, you know.
Dope. You got Monster. You got Rock. Is Monster considered a super crew, or what would that be considered?
You know, that's the funny thing about super crews, right? I actually think every crew is a super crew, unless you started with each other from the beginning.
True.
So when people say Monster Breakers might be a super crew, I don't really agree. And if we are going to say Monster's a super crew, Monster and the BC1 guys are super crews, then every other crew is a super crew. Because you're Zulu Kings, but you started with what crew?
Concrete All-Stars.
Okay, so how many of those people that you started with are still breaking in Concrete?
All of them. We all went to high school together.
And then are they in Zulu Kings, though?
No.
So is Zulu Kings a
Zulu
super
Kings,
crew?
it would be a super crew.
See, that's the thing for me. I don't look at these crews as super crews because nothing stays the same forever.
Right.
So Zulu Kings is not a super crew. Killer's not a super crew. Monster Breakers are not a super crew. The BC1 people are not super crews. We just crews is just.
It's just a crew.
It's just a crew, dude.
That's how I see it.
Right?
I didn't grow up with the Zulu King guys, but I've known them 20 years now. So, you know, but Concrete All-Stars, I actually went to high school with these guys.
The crazy part about Concrete is that I'm from Cali, but I didn't know about Concrete until like years later, like after you were in Zulu Kings. That's what I remember you from just Zulu Kings. But Concrete is, if that's your real crew, that's your crew. But it's like, even
Street
Concrete,
hitters, shout out to the hitters.
Even Concrete, like, what's the Power Moves dude's name? He's so
Johnny
nice.
Legs.
That dude.
Yeah, he's the illest. Yo, he's always been the illest.
Dude, like, I'm like, how do nobody knows this dude? Like,
I hate it.
But I'm like, that fool's always been dope to me.
Nutcracker, airflay.
Dude, always been dope to me. But it's like,
and he's always had those moves too.
It's interesting. LA Breakers, like, they all these crews, Rhythm Bugs, Rock Force, like Renegades. What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to, as Rock Force after Vietnam and Reveal get down, are we not supposed to recruit anyone else? Do we let the crew die?
Yeah, that's. I think a lot of crews go through that, you know, because a lot of crews are scared to change. Like, oh, you're gonna put them down? They don't represent what we represent. But sometimes what you represented was you just captured a moment.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't I remember when I used to battle, I had a lot of anger and I had a lot of issues that I don't have now.
Yeah.
So now I can't even be that person anymore.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like everybody goes through that.
Yeah, and you've changed so much that like it's crazy, bro. You changed like crazy. So, but like everybody changes though, you know. So yeah, no, I don't think the Monster Breakers are a super crew. And if they are, then every crew's a super crew because I can pinpoint if you name any crew I can probably pinpoint a person that they recruited after the crew was built. So it's like, okay, you're a super crew. It's just some crews actually recruit better than other crews. That's really what it's about, right? Like, but yeah, I mean, I think if you want to keep the legacy alive and you want to have generations and you want to pay it forward, realistically, it's about paying it forward. Like, Rock Force already did our thing. Like, even before me, they already won Ballad of the Year, you know? Gerald already won Rocksteady. So it's like, they won Best of the Best. Best of the Best at the time was like that's a big thing in Cali, you know? So Rock Force is already, they didn't need me, you know? But they paid it forward to me. So like, for me, it's like, I got to keep that and keep it going and pay it forward to Bowsy, to Ives, to Germs, to Tahu. But so for me, it's like just carrying a tradition, you know? So
dope. Yeah. So you got Monster, you got Rock Force, you also got Breaking Alchemy. Yeah. What is Breaking Alchemy?
So Alchemy Breaking is a
Alchemy Breaking.
Sorry. You're good. It's a dance program that Etienne, Guillaume, Delgado, and myself, we built pretty much from the ground up. And now we've been able to build enough students to where we can have our own studio. And so now we have our own studio in the Southwest Las Vegas. And so it's a breaking program, and we kind of just implement our own approach. Me, Etienne, Guillaume, that's pretty. Guillaume, Etienne, and El Delgado, they're Battleborn. I'm Rock Force, right? So for us, I think we just kind of combine our two approaches of how to break, and hopefully we can level these kids up, and you know, hopefully they fall in love with breaking through us, you know. Yeah.
Dope. I think they will.
Yeah, they seem to. I mean, the kids are doing amazing, bro. They're doing pretty good.
How did the relationship between you and the Battleborn guys start?
Oh, it's funny. So we weren't actually cool in the beginning. We weren't cool at all. But it was that B-boy machismo. Obviously, they're competing to be number one. I'm competing to be number one. There can only be one person. So obviously, you're going to have a little conflict there. But yeah, so I moved here 2015.
To where? To Las Vegas?
Las Vegas. I moved to Las Vegas 2015. And I got invited. My buddy, Rick James, invited me to go practice with ATN and at his house. And I went to his house. And after the practice, we just talked. And ever since then, we've been hella cool. Like, ATN's like, dude, that's the guy, bro. Like, yeah, that's the man, bro. I consider him a mentor, you know?
Dope, man. Alchemy Breaking, Monster, Rock Force crew. You also got your family. Yeah. Man, congratulations. Because I'm pretty sure you just had a kid.
Yeah, October 8th, I just had a baby girl, dude.
A baby girl. Yeah. Dope. What's her name?
Naya.
Yeah. Is this your first child?
First one, yeah.
Man, are you excited?
Man, I was scared more than excited in the beginning, but once you see him, you're like, oh, it's a soul, it's a heart, you know, it's like a heartbeat. So it's like, yeah, no, super excited, bro. I love waking up to her every day, dude. She's cool as hell.
How did that change your perspective, your work ethic, or how you approach the dance? Do you feel like you take it more serious? Like, this is serious? Like, how did that change?
No, I've always taken dance serious, you know. I've always taken dance serious. Because, you know, this is the only thing that's really, dance is the only thing that's really been consistent in my life, you know? Like, you always can go to dance, you know? So, like, having a daughter, it made me just be more, like, aware of life outside of dancing, you know what I mean? Like, just enjoying that. So, like, yeah, having her, it's only been 2 months, but, like, yeah, just having her, you have more joy in your life having a kid. It's pretty cool. It's scary in the beginning because you're like, oh, it's a kid, but it's so cool, man. I haven't been this happy ever, you know.
Dope. Yeah. Does that make you not want to travel as much? Do you have any of those? Do you still travel as much, or I don't even know? I feel like you travel all the time. But.
No. I mean, it's COVID time, right? So like, yeah, I definitely don't travel as much as I used to. But no, I'm definitely aware of I gotta be home, right? Cause my wife is home, but like I gotta be home for them. I gotta be there for my family, right? But yeah, no, I haven't traveled too much since COVID, but yeah, I'm definitely aware of my time now. You know what I mean? So yeah.
How much were you traveling prior to COVID?
Oh man, every month probably.
A few times a month.
Well, because I had Monster, right? Monster would do stuff, and I would do stuff with Break Free, and then on my own brand, I would go travel to Europe or Asia or whatever. So I travel a lot. I mean, you know the B-boy lifestyle.
Yeah,
so.
And now that COVID has hit, you got a family. Are you not trying to travel as much, or do you see like once things calm down, you're gonna go back into your?
I'm gonna still travel. I mean, I have to travel, but I'm not gonna travel unnecessarily, right? Okay. But yeah, I'm still gonna travel. I really don't need to travel. But this is what we got to do. We got to rep, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to travel for sure. Yeah.
Okay. For those people that don't know, what do you currently do for a living besides breaking? I know that you dance in the casino shows, right?
I used to be with Cirque du Soleil. I'm not with Cirque du Soleil.
Used to be.
No, I quit Cirque du Soleil as soon as I think like maybe like 6 months after I got the Monster contract. It was too hard to juggle everything, you know. It was really hard to juggle everything. To juggle competing, like the difference between being a competitor and then being a performer and juggling those two aspects is hard. And then you have to train. And then I was working. I'm a physical therapy assistant, so I was doing that. And yeah, just balancing all that, I couldn't do it. So I was like, one gotta go. And so since I had the endorsement from Monster, and that was a dream of mine, I was like, I can let this show thing go. It's gonna be here, right? So like, let it go. It might come back to it later. You know what I mean?
Dope. All right, and now we're gonna turn it on to some lightning round. I got some questions from the people.
All right.
I'm gonna turn over.
All right.
Oh, shooky. How do you feel so far, man? Are you having fun?
This is dope. Super dope.
Dope. So I have some questions here from some of our viewers. Thanks and shout outs to everybody for asking your questions. If you guys got any questions that we might have just walked or talked through, please drop them in the comments. Hopefully Kareem has time to go check them and maybe answer a few of them. Please like and subscribe. All right, here we go. Lightning round. This one, the crowd decides the questions. Okay, somebody wants to know. First move battle that was made him realize that he was good enough to compete.
First move, elbow air flares.
Elbow air flares?
Yeah.
So after you did your elbow air flares, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm battling now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for
shit.
sure, no question.
Is that the first move? Were you doing them like every round?
Pretty much. You know, you're a kid,
That's
you're
fresh.
just throwing it. Yeah.
That's fresh. All right. Nathan asks, why are you so aggressive in battles?
Well, I don't even think I'm aggressive. I think I'm more intense. Intense and aggressive, two different things. I never like touch anyone. Well, I think I just touched Zeku at the last one. I touched his shirt, I think. But like, yeah. But like the thing is like, yeah, I'm not aggressive. I'm just intense, yo. So there's a difference between being like aggressive and intense, and I'm more intense than anything. But to be honest, you want to get in your opponent's head, right? So whatever I got to do to.
You got to do what you got to do. Have you ever been into a fight? Have you ever gotten into a fight because of breaking?
Nah, not really.
Not really
breakers
like
don't fight, really.
Yeah.
So.
Talk to us about your battle versus Bboy at Mighty 4.
Oh, yeah, that was dope. That was honestly a dope experience. It was dope and it was whack at the same time because I tore some ligaments in my hand, so I couldn't really. I didn't do air flares or flares for almost a year going into the battle with Bboy, and at the time, those exhibition battles were 10 rounds, you know? So to go 10 rounds and with power moves is hard, right? And to be injured is harder. And to battle Bboy at that level.
Bboy was the man at that time.
Dude, he smoked me straight up. Like, he definitely smoked me. The crazy part is we did 10 rounds. The first 3, I would say 3 or 4 were competitive, right? After that, I definitely lost. And then I was salty, and I was like, you know what? I want to go another 5. So I talked the promoter and let me go another 5 with Bboy, and I lost that one again. But then a year later, I saw him in Japan, and I got him back in Japan.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Was that on film?
It's on film. It's on a tribal tour. We were doing a tribal tour together.
Okay, cool.
And so we did a battle, and I definitely got him there. But no, that battle was actually – I'm actually happy I lost that battle, actually. It made me level up like no other the next year. So.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my questions was, have you ever gotten smoked? And you just said you just got smoked.
I mean, I got smoked by Bboy. I got smoked by Iron Monkey. I got smoked by Charles. I got smoked by. There's a few people. Moy smoked me a couple times. We get smoked, you know.
Yeah. It's so dope how you guys are all close now. You know, like Moy.
Yeah.
You know.
Moy's the guy, bro.
Moy's dope.
Moy's like.
Shout outs to Moy.
It's ambassador.
B Girl V Rock. How do you make time to train throughout a busy daily schedule?
That's a tough one. I'm still trying to figure that out. But, I mean, if you just make sure you allot time, let's say it's only 45 minutes. Like, if you're just moving at least for 45 minutes, that's cool. That's more than what you would do if you weren't breaking, you know? So,
right.
Appreciate the time. So, whatever kind of time you can get, take it, you know?
Do you dance every day?
Nah. I mean, I maybe dance. When I was training for freestyle session, I was dancing maybe 6 days a week. But I couldn't dance that much because I had a pull grunt. I still have a pull grunt. But if I'm not breaking, if I'm just chilling, I'm maybe breaking 3 times a week. like I haven't break since freestyle session because like I don't know. After a while, you break for so long, you kind of need a mental break, you know, and you need your body to rest a little bit.
To recoup.
Yeah. Mentally more than anything, though. That shit is stressful.
Who's your favorite Rock Force members from the younger generation and from the older generation?
My favorite?
I would say give us two of your favorite new generation and older generation. If you were to put two top Rock Force besides yourself.
Gerald, obviously.
Gerald.
I get to pick one more from that generation.
Yeah.
That's it. And I would say Maya because he was just cool about his approach. He was super chill.
Maya was fresh.
Yeah,
Smooth.
Maya's the guy.
Dope.
From the newer generation, Germs, just because like, dude, I'm telling you, go watch freestyle session. You're gonna be like, yo, this kid's nasty. Damn, that's a tough one. I want to say all of them, but like they all have their own little thing. But I'm gonna say Germs and Denver.
Dope. Germs in Denver.
Yeah.
Shout out to Germs in Denver.
Yeah.
Somebody else asks, why did you ask me to get Flare 90 to get into Rock Force and then let people in who couldn't flare?
Is that Joey Chaotic?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Oh, is that too short?
No, that's not too short.
What is that?
That's, I am Exodus.
Exodus. Exodus?
Yeah.
I never told. Oh, well, yeah, no. That was the, actually was the requirement for a while. But no, we kind of changed that. Before Rock Force, one of the requirements was like you had the Flare 90 flare. Like you couldn't get in the crew if you couldn't do that.
That's a crazy combo, even now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody could do it though. Even Bionic Man could do it.
Oh, shout out to Bionic Man. That's twice that you came on today, bro. Bionic Man was a man.
But no, now we kind of change it up, and you're just if you're fam, you're fam, you know. So,
yeah. Fresh.
That's funny, Exodus. Exodus, you're wild, dude.
Oh, somebody wants to know, why did you bail on us last Friday?
On you guys?
Yeah. Was it Friday we're supposed to record? Or whenever it was.
Tuesday, I think. It was when I was working. Tuesday, I had a baby appointment. It was a 2-month checkup appointment for my baby. So,
what's fueling the long career? Advice for maintaining health and avoiding dance burnout.
That's a good question. The thing is, how I see the longevity, even my career, it doesn't even feel like it's that long. I think it goes by really fast. But you really have to do it for yourself. Because you're not gonna have the spotlight the whole time. If you're really dancing for the spotlight, then that's not what it's about. It's really about you, you know? I genuinely love breaking. So, I mean, I'm not gonna stop if I was whack or would I just love breaking. The burnout, honestly, this is just my approach. I just stay away from like the politics or the online stuff, and I genuinely remember why I started breaking, and I just love breaking. I never got into it to actually even be a part of a crew. I never got into it to win competitions. I never got into it because I wanted to talk to certain people. I literally got into it because I love breaking. I love creating. So for me, I have gotten burnout before because I was in the trenches and traveling a lot, politicking a lot. But now, since I've learned that that's a waste of time for me, now I just enjoy life. You know what I mean? And break when I want to. And if I'm able to win a competition or do some crazy moves, then I'm blessed. Everything else is extra, you know. So
fresh, man. Yeah. Fresh. What is your favorite nickname?
My favorite nickname?
Yeah. Well, let's ask this.
Hold on. Wait a second.
How many do you... Bboy Kareem, that's your real name?
Kareem's my real name.
Okay. Did you ever have a B-boy nickname?
Yeah.
What was it?
Oh, man.
Oh,
So Stunts gave me this name. Stunts G Wiz. What's his name? Oh, man. Stunts G Wiz. And... You remember G Wiz's partner? He was a graffiti artist. I forgot his name now, dude. That's crazy. They were a part of Casualties of Ups or something like that. But pretty much Stunts and G Wiz gave me my name, and it was B-Boy Muscles. But I never took it.
B-Boy Muscles?
I never accepted it, though. I never accepted it, so I let that shit go.
Oh, yeah. If you can take it and if you can use it. Did you ever enter a battle using it?
My crew member made a shirt with me with that name on it, but I never wanted the name, though. But like Stunts, obviously I was young and I was kind of muscular, so they gave me the name, and it's cool, but like, nah, that was never my name. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So since then, it's just been Kareem.
Just, I mean, shit. How many Kareem?
Did you ever do graffiti?
No. I mean, I've tried it, but like with Rock Force, you have. I mean, how Polsky, how I trained to get in was I had to try every element. You know, like to understand that every element actually correlates with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I've tried it. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all the stuff you do, bro, because that takes some time, dude. That takes some time. Yeah.
Dope. How old is Kareem? All right. How old is Kareem? Where Kareem origin or his family's origin? How old are you? And where does your family origins?
Okay, so I'm 35. My family, my mom is from Buffalo, New York, and she's black and Mexican. That's her origin. And my dad's black, and I think they're from. They're born, like raised in Berkeley, California, Richmond, California, but I think they're from like Alabama or somewhere, like in the South.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I personally thought like you had some Middle Eastern in you.
Well, my name is Kareem, and I was born Muslim, so
okay.
I am Muslim.
Okay.
But that's just my religion. That's religion,
just
right?
Your practice.
But my ethnicity is black and Mexican.
Okay, black and Mexican. Do you know how to speak Spanish?
Nah, I was raised by my black side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does your mom speak Spanish?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still? Is your mom and dad still around?
No, my dad passed away. My mom is actually here in Vegas with me right now since the baby was born.
Dope.
Yeah, so she's chilling. She's helping us out a lot because the freestyle session just happened, right? So she came down to help and watch the baby with my wife for that. But my mom still lives in Sacramento.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Shout outs to moms, yo.
Yeah.
Where is his hairline and where does it start?
Who did that?
I don't know. It's anonymous.
Man. That's cold. Man, you know where it starts at?
Man, we don't gotta answer that shit.
That's something personal right there, man.
Who did you think was the best dancer as a young kid and your favorite B-boy growing up?
Who was the best dancer as a young kid, like right now?
And maybe it says, as when you were a kid, who did you think was the dopest? That maybe it wasn't Rock Force.
No, you know, honestly, I really liked, there's just a lot, dude. I like Caveman. I like Flex. I don't know if you remember Omar from Soul Control, Cujo, Charles, Pablo. There's a lot of names, bro. I don't know if you remember a video called Flavor the Burn. You ever remember that video?
Yeah.
From Texas?
Yeah.
That shit just blew my mind. I still don't know some of those guys' names, but I remember watching that video, practicing by myself and practicing for hours just watching that. So, yeah.
What was your first VHS tape?
Yeah, Flavor the Burn.
Oh, Flavor the Burn. Okay.
Yeah. Flavor the Burn. Bboy Summit. I think it was San Diego, where Rocksteady battled Style Limits. Yeah, that was my first one ever. And the Ivan solo. Oh, Ivan, come on, Ivan. Ivan's my guy. Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Ivan is the illest.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know, Andy Stilo wants to know, what does he do for a living? I think we answered that.
Yeah, so I work in physical therapy. I'm a physical therapy assistant. And yeah.
Physical therapy assistant, what does that entail?
So pretty much it's the same. I mean, it's not the same as the main therapist, right? So like, so the physical therapist like will do the evaluations and then the discharges, but the physical therapy assistant like can do the treatment and write the notes and stuff like that. It's not the same thing, but it's similar.
Dope.
Yeah.
Does bigger muscle equal better breaking? Asking for a friend.
No, not at all. It does not at all. I think the bigger muscles sometimes can hinder you a lot. You know, it can hinder you a lot. Yeah. You'd rather be like skinny and lanky than short and buff. You know.
Yeah. I'm short and I got fat legs, and it's really hard for me to break sometimes.
It feels heavy, huh?
Yeah, because even with moves, it's just like even though I'm small, I got like a thick body.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel the same way.
It works against me, but you're nasty though. You're Kareem.
You're crazy, bro.
And now we're gonna jump over to the versus round, and these are questions where it's a multiple choice, and you can give us like a 10-second explanation on why. All right, and obviously these are all fantasy questions.
Okay.
All right. Rebel versus Monster Team.
I mean, you know what I'm gonna say.
Obviously.
I mean, but I mean the BC guys, they're good. They're good at what they do. But I think our team, we approach it our way, and I mean, as long as we approach it our way, I don't feel like we can be stopped. And the same thing with Rock Force. As long as we approach it our way, I feel like we don't lose, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, the BC guys are good.
The BC guys are dope.
Yeah.
Especially Victor.
Super nasty.
But when it comes to routines, they drop the ball, bro. Like y'all,
I mean,
y'all
you
got
said
them on
it.
routines.
I didn't say it on me.
It's like, nah, but I say that shit in my stream all day.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the thing is, I mean, you go back and watch the freestyle session 2017. Like, you tell me, like, that those routines that we came up with as a collective. I mean, dude, that's
as a collective with Monster. Yeah. Well, you have mad experience with like other crews doing routines, like Killa.
Yeah.
They did mad routines.
Yeah.
And you know, all those guys, all the Monster guys are really good on top.
Well, I mean, the BC guys are good too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Jinjo, they're good crews. Like, but for that crew to be an American-based crew, and well, we did have Pocket and Benji, and shout out to Benji, that's my guy. But yeah, to be an American-based crew and do those quality routines, it's kind of like, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I'm impressed too.
Yeah.
Kenny versus Legs.
Ah, Kenny.
Okay. Easy Rock versus next one.
Ah, that's rough. I mean, to be real, I would say, oh man, that's so tough. It's hard because what I've seen of Easy Rock, he's hella consistent and like, but the next one, his energy is crazy, bro. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go tie on that one.
Ooh, tiebreaker, y'all. Tiebreaker.
Even though I don't believe in that.
Master Mace versus Doug.
That's a good one. Wow.
These are all fantasy guys, so you know.
I think. Are we talking just power moves?
I'm just talking about just in your mind. If you were to play it out in your head,
I think it would be a close battle, but I think Doug would probably edge it just barely. But I don't know. Yeah, I think Doug would maybe edge it barely, but he would. I think Doug would get it.
Damn, that would be a fresh battle.
I mean, to be honest, that battle goes either way because I've seen Mace, even his younger brother. I've seen those kids, and it's even any given Sunday with those kids, dude. Like they'll be anybody, you know.
Yeah, and they're putting in a lot of work too,
dude.
A lot of experience, you know.
A lot, bro. Like how old are they now? They got to be at what, 18 or something?
Not even.
You don't think so?
I don't think Mace is 18 yet, but he might be. But I don't even think he's 18 yet, bro. Like he was just in the Rebel camp. These are under 18 guys, right?
That's right. He's probably 17. 16.
He's probably 17, yeah.
Yeah, that's scary, dude. Yeah, he's amazing. I don't know. That's a close one.
Yeah, it is a close one. Victor versus Zeku.
Well, it's happened already, and Zeku beat him.
But let's just say
twice.
like a 10 round.
Damn. I mean, Zeku. I would say Zeku. Yeah. I mean, Victor. Yeah, that's some tough battles, bro. Because, yo, Victor he coming through. He ain't playing. Damn, that's tough. It's just scenarios because if you're talking about like right now, I would say Zeku. But if you're talking about like a few years ago, Victor. It's just kind of give and take. But I mean, they're both top in the world.
Yeah,
they're both at the top right now. So,
yeah. How much would you pay to see that battle? 10 rounds.
Honestly, I wouldn't pay anything because I'm not really interested in it. I already seen it. At Break Free. So it's like
true.
It was a dope ass. That battle was probably the best battle. It had to be battle of the year.
It had to be. Yeah, it's one of them. Arc and what is this homie?
Who?
Arc.
The guy from Hawaii?
Yeah. What's
Hijack?
Hijack.
Yeah.
Arc Hijack versus Jeffro and Box.
That was crazy.
That was like probably second battle of the year.
Yeah. No, that might be tied for first.
Yeah.
But that Zeku versus Victor.
Versus Victor was hands down.
And then Arc and then versus Box and Jeffro was crazy too. Yeah, that's some actually good battles this year. Actually.
Yeah. There has been some good battles. Even with the B girl battles.
The B girls honestly kind of been they've been setting the bar so high.
Favorite B girl in the last 3 years.
My favorite B girl all times is Beta.
Okay, everybody's.
Yeah, everybody's. The last 3 years, that's a tough one. I mean, you can never go wrong with Ayumi and Narumi.
True.
Yeah, Ayumi and Narumi are probably my favorite. Yeah, they're probably my favorite all times too.
Dope.
And they're older, right? Like they're
Yeah.
They're older.
How about young? How about younger generation?
Man, I can't even think of any that I'm like, oh snap, they're pretty crazy. I mean, they're all actually amazing. But Japan's always the best. Usually.
Japan. Russian kids or Japanese kids?
Oh man, that's a tough one. God, I would say. Oh man, this is gonna be a rough one. Dang. Well, the thing is that like with Russian kids, they're all amazing, but with Russian kids, I feel like they find their own approach. But with Japanese kids, I can see the influences of who they liked. So I would probably go with Russian kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. Shout out to Russia. Last one. Lilu versus Benji.
Benji. That's not even no question.
Damn. Guys, that was it. Thank you guys for the questions. Yo, Kareem, thank you for coming, bro.
I appreciate it.
This was really dope.
Yeah,
we got to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can catch up next time and pick it up from where we left off.
For sure. Thank you, dude.
Yo,
I appreciate it.
Where can people find you?
You can find me at Bboy Kareem on Instagram and Facebook. I don't do the YouTube or nothing like that. But yeah, Instagram, Bboy Kareem, and Facebook also, Bboy Kareem.
Dope. Is there anything that you want to leave us off with or anything that I missed?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I kind of want to say, and like, for me, this is very important that you appreciate like all the small stuff, because for us, we're able-bodied people, right? So in working in physical therapy, you know, I work with people like today I worked, and you know, certain people we're teaching them how to walk again, right? And so they're trying their hardest, as much as you try and breaking to do an air flare or do a 90, they're trying just to walk again. And we kind of take that for granted sometimes as being like dancers, and you're able to express yourself. So I always appreciate that. Appreciate the smallest stuff, because even just a sip of water, like you might think that's minute, but that's not minute for somebody that's really thirsty, right? So just appreciate the small stuff and try your best, and yeah, keep on going. Don't stop, yo. Just even on your bad day, keep rocking.
Keep rocking, y'all.
Yep.
Peace.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Ooh,
that was cool.
wee.
That was cool. That was super cool.